MLB on FS1 pregame is presented by Geico. Welcome to an overcast night at Camden Yards. We are ready for baseball with 5 days to go until the postseason. While the Rays and Orioles won't be playing postseason baseball in 2025, still plenty to play for tonight, as we'll get into as we move along. With Tom Perducci, I'm Connor Onion. Junior Caminero has plenty to play for this week, chasing a home run record in Rays history. We'll get into that as we move along after this break.
Americans, we can do anything we want, except one thing. We just can't stop being American. So get out there, take your swing, rev your engines and let freedom ring, and never, ever, ever stop being American. Nothing stops America, and nothing stops Ram.
During the Ram Drive into Fall event, get 10% below MSRP, plus $2,000 bonus cash on select 2025 Ram 1500 models in dealer inventory. Or get 0% financing for 72 months.
The Loaded Italian has classic flavors with an Arby's flair. It's more American Italian than Italian, just like the Pope. And people line up to see him. Arby's, we have the meats.
If your grandpa wears one of these, if your husband wears these on the weekend, if your mom wore this, or if your wife wears this, you can count on USAA membership for the spouses, kids, and then grandkids of those who served. Count on us. Count on USAA. See if you can join USAA today.
With hundreds of sales every week, eat well for less at Whole Foods Market.
People, they're good for squad goals and squad. People are good for these kinds of cheers and these kinds of cheers. Jim Beam, best enjoyed together. Official spirit of U.S. soccer.
Who needs pants?
Got it.
Come on, let's go. Hustle.
Stroller?
Double stroller. Let's go.
Putzel, run.
Let's go.
I'm gonna throw up.
When you're traveling with 3 kids and pretty much everything they own,
Hi guys, welcome.
it matters where you stay. Book now and save up to 20% off. Hilton, for the stay.
With 12 grams of protein in every serving, Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal is there for active mornings, friendly competition, and big moves. Quaker, bring out the good.
Well, ready to start on time, even with the little light rain in the Baltimore area. Hour delay last night, but got game 1 in, a 6-0 win for the Orioles. Now game 2 with the lineup for Kevin Cash and the Rays that features a lot of team speed. They lead baseball in stolen bases and arguably the fastest man in baseball. Chandler Simpson, he would tell you he's the fastest man. He leads it off for the Rays, and then the power comes after that with Brandon Lau, another 30 home run season as of Sunday night. Junior Caminero, the all-star, chasing Rays history, 2 home runs away from Carlos Pena's club record with 44 on the year. Josh Lowe in the cleanup spot, Jake Mangum, Richie Palacios, Tristan Gray, Hunter Fiducia, and Bob Seymour with a lefty-loaded lineup tonight against the right-hander, Tyler Wells. Tom?
Well, they should be prepared to swing the bat because he is a premier strike thrower. Only 3 starts since he got back off the IL from Tommy John surgery, his second. But he fills it up with 72% strikes. He's an old school kind of guy, command control guy, not really above average velocity, fastball sitting 92, 93. But watch for that changeup, especially against all those lefties you mentioned, Connor. He's thrown 59 changeups this year and has not allowed a base hit on that pitch.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, the lefty-righty splits, you understand why Kevin Cash would throw a bunch of lefties in there tonight, but lefties aren't hitting much better at 207 in the few starts that Wells has made since coming back from injury. A lot of young guys out there for the Orioles late in the season, including Dylan Beavers in his rookie year. He pushes Colton Cowser to center field the last few weeks. They wonder if he might be the center fielder of the future. Tyler O'Neill in right, Jeremiah Jackson, Gunnar Henderson, Jordan Westberg, and Sam Basayo. That's a big story over at first base. He's been catching while Adley Rutschman has been on the injured list, and Rutschman is back for a second straight night from his oblique injury. Basayo and Rutschman both figure to be part of the future for the Orioles. And Basayo's ability to play first base will keep his bat in the lineup. The number one prospect for the O's in there together with another former highly rated prospect, the two-time All-Star Adley Rutschman.
This team has gotten a lot of opportunities for these young players down the stretch here, and they may not be meaningful in terms of playoff implications, but they are playing well. 13-7 in September, and this experience is actually the start of the 26th season, the way you look at it for these young Baltimore players.
Beavers, Jackson, Basayo, all rookies in there tonight. Wells is in there with strike one to Chandler Simpson. Start game 2 of this series from Baltimore. Wells returned from Tommy John surgery on September 2nd and has a 2.04 ERA in his 3 starts since then. And 2 stripped. Tommy starts with 2 strikes. As you mentioned, he has been pumping them in there since he got back.
Yeah, it's so impressive. Most guys coming back from the surgery, the velocity comes back very quickly, but the command does not. It's the opposite case here with Wells. Command has been on point.
Well, 3 pitches, 3 strikes, but the 0-2 served into center field for a base hit, and speed is immediately aboard for the Rays. Chandler Simpson and his 40-plus stolen bags with a single.
You can blame that one on me. As I mentioned, that changeup he had not allowed to hit all year.
No, what was it, over 50 of them without a hit?
59 pitches. Listen, it's only 3 starts, but that's still really impressive. 59 pitches when there's a 0 next to it. Now you have to worry, of course, about the stolen base.
In fairness, the first one they threw was a strike, and it was the second one that got him. So he got 60 changeups into the year without allowing a hit. But stolen base at play, so is power with Brandon Lowe at the plate. His second career 30 home run season here in 2025. And staying confident in the change even after giving up that first hit. There's strike one. No motion from Simpson yet over at first. Wells took a long look and fires in strike 2 on the heater. This Rays team leading baseball in stolen bags, almost 200 as a team on the year. With Simpson, who's on at first base, is their best stolen base threat. He's second in baseball with 43 bags. His former teammate, Jose Caballero, now at the Yankees, leads baseball with 48. And the first check on Simpson, and he scrambles back in easily.
I always like base runners who have aggressive leads, even if they're not running at that particular pitch. Draw those disengagements from the pitcher.
A spoiled foul. We saw that in Anaheim in August for Simpson. He drew the 3rd disengagement balk. He also has had a couple of wild plays on attempted pickoffs throughout the year. And there he goes. And Lau turns it around and yanks it into the right field corner. All the way up against the fence with Simpson off. So comes his throw to the plate, and it's not in time. Simpson burning around the bases on the RBI for Brandon Lau. And that instant impact with speed for Simpson makes it 1-0 Rays.
That's a great spot to hit in the second spot in the order with a burner at first base. Changeup, another hit off the changeup. Both of them left up in the zone, not where he wanted it. You saw Simpson stop and look. He's better off just continuing to run at that point. No problem getting home.
So Caminero with a 1-0 lead for the Rays goes first pitch attack and fouls it away. We got one of the game's best home run hitters up there for the Rays with 44 on the season. And we are on record in home run watch with each of his at-bats over the final 5 days of this season. Needs 2 more to match Carlos Peña's franchise record of 46.
The four-seam fastball there. Some numbers jump out at you. For Caminero, bat speed, first of all, it's elite, top of the charts in Major League Baseball. But his slug on four-seamers is 705. That's just crazy.
Missed one there.
You think he knows about that record?
I think so.
How many do I need? Just 2. I think you tried to get both of them with that one swing.
Yeah, Tom, that 700 slug, you're feeling pretty good about what you're doing slugging wise if you're at, what, 500? He's in the 700s.
That is an elite number, but again, that's bat speed. He can turn around any fastball.
Well, back-to-back high fastballs, but Caminero's underneath it. And Wells has his first out of the night, out to Cowser in center.
Right fielder number 15, Josh Lowe.
So challenged that big bat speed with 2 high fastballs and gets away with it for the first out of the night. And now Josh Lowe in the cleanup spot tonight. Little shuffling in the lineup for Tampa Bay with no Yandy Diaz, who's been Major League Baseball's best hitter in September. He's on the bench tonight. Lowe shows a bunt and pulls it back for ball 1. Well, it's been a tough September, kind of the opposite end of the spectrum of what we were just talking about with Yandy Diaz. For Josh Lowe, 147 his batting average for the month. Fastball in there for a strike. I don't know if you noticed this, Tom, watching the Lowe's at-bats lately, but early in the year he was hitting the fastball well. Past couple of months, Lowe's been missing on the fastball.
Yeah, I have noticed that, and right there you can tell, at least in between, just taking a fastball middle. And they're even again, they're really not on time at all in this situation here. You've got a runner there at second base, 1 out. You're looking to do some damage here. It just looks like his head is clouded right now and not being on time for hittable fastballs.
2-1. And another one where he's in between. This is a changeup and just a check swing. He does move the runner. Lowe moves Lau down to third now with 2 outs in the inning.
Left fielder number 28.
Much better changeup. Watch the location here. When he's right, that's what happens. He starts it in the zone and it drops out at the bottom.
So here's Jake Mangum out of the 5-hole tonight for Tampa, trying to make this a 2-0 lead before the Orioles can hit. And a swing and a miss for strike 1.
Yeah, I expect to see a lot more of that from Tampa Bay, Connor, where the pitcher is so in the zone a lot. Go hunt a fastball early to count.
Mangum falls behind. And similar location, similar pitch for strike 2 on the foul ball. One of the real positive surprises of this season, the 29-year-old rookie Jake Mangum. He's handled both fastballs and breaking balls well against righties, hitting over 300 against both. And almost did offer on that high heat. It is ball 1.
Yeah, this is where when you talk about command, in control of the count, it's about throwing a pitch not in the zone, but making it look like a strike. Work the edges, change up in play right here after that high fastball.
And fishing on the changeup. Wells stays confident in that change even after a couple of hits. Played a run off the change. 1-0 Rays.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay.
And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after trying Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq works differently. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling, as fast as 2 weeks for some. And even at the 3-year mark, many people felt this relief. Rinvoq can stop joint damage, and in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events: infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
And take back what's yours.
AbbVie could help you save.
I'm being told this is Limo Emo from Liberty Mutual, who helps save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance.
And his partner, Doug, is the gentleman under the security guard.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
As an official sponsor of the NFL, Jersey Mike's wants you, Eli Manning, to be our new spokesperson.
I'm in. I love Jersey Mike's.
Hold on. Jersey Mike's new spokesperson? You're stealing my job.
I don't want to steal anything.
Lies. Eli's.
I just love these subs.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer. He's very prompt.
Jersey Mike's, a sub.
Hey, that's my line. A sub above.
You could buy on your own. You could get a lender, get showings, get through all the paperwork, get an inspector, get into negotiations, get a stress rash, and finally get ready to close. Or you could get an agent who's a realtor with the expertise and ethical training to make home happen.
Early run support for tonight's starter for the Rays, Shane Baz, as he faces Dylan Beavers to begin his night on the mound with that 95-mile-an-hour heat. Tom, it's the final start of the healthiest season in the big leagues for Shane Baz.
Yeah, by far. You see those innings. Last year was a career high at 118 2/3. He's blown by that.
A fly ball, shallow center. Who wants it? It's Simpson, the center fielder. Already has the pants dirty after he came in to score on the Brandon Lowe double. This is the Orioles lineup. They've handled velocity pretty well. They'll see mid-90s to 100-mile-an-hour fastball tonight. Pretty good since the All-Star break with 95 plus. And a lot of young guys, as Tom mentioned. Dylan Beavers, a rookie. Jordan Westberg and Gunnar Henderson, the former All-Stars. Tyler O'Neill, Sam Basayo in the middle. Rutschman, Mountcastle, Cowser, and Jackson rounded out. Here is Westberg, and he flips one down the right field line for Lowe into the corner, and he makes the grab in foul territory. Hands up triumphantly into a difficult crevice here at Camden Yards. Route number 2.
Shortstop number 2, Gunnar.
Yeah, he disappeared for a while there. He's got one. Ran a long way for this ball with the right-hander up there.
I sensed a little bit of sarcasm from Lowe on that catch, in that celebration. Till the dugout was giving it to him a little bit. Here's Gunnar Henderson after 2 quick outs for Baz. And knuckle curve, doesn't bite back down. Well, for Gunnar Henderson, O's fans are wondering that middle number, that second number you see on his stat line. Why is that so low this year? The power is down a little bit. Tony Mansolino, the interim manager for the Orioles, that reassured us, he's reassured the local media that he thinks that number's going back up again next year.
Yeah, he's too good of a hitter. You know, it can happen.
A little bouncer off the heel of the glove of Bob Seymour, and Henderson with a 2-out reach.
Yeah, that dreaded second hop with the overspin looked like it ate him up, as you mentioned, off the heel of the glove. Watch the second hop, how high it jumps on him and quick. Just didn't get the glove up in time.
There'll be an error all the way on Bob Seymour to extend this inning and give Tyler O'Neill a chance to swing. Well, first of a 3-year deal for Tyler O'Neill. There is a player option on that 3-year deal that you would think he'd pick up. Signed him in part to replace Anthony Santander in the offseason before this year. Santander with the division contending Toronto Blue Jays. Runner is off and the throw is down the right field line. Henderson pops up and heads to third. So 3 free bases for the Orioles. Error by Seymour, now errant pickoff from Boz.
Yeah, Gunnar expecting the throw to second base, dove head first in the second, still had plenty of time to get himself up and over to third base as Seymour ran it down. The early break, not a terrible throw, but Seymour just couldn't get the arm out enough to corral it.
It's been an adventurous part of the diamond last 2 batters as O'Neill takes ball 1.
One thing Shane Baz does not do well is hold runners. So the Orioles will try to run every chance they get. 18 steals and 20 attempts against them this year.
He does stay out of the stretch with the runner at third. And fouled away for strike 2.
There's that 99. You talked about that, Connor. For a guy who's gone way beyond his career high innings, the stuff actually is playing up this late in the season. Normally he's going to sit around 97, but last time out against Toronto, you're seeing beyond that, the 99s and even hundreds popping up.
It's great to see Boz be healthy and still have his stuff deep in the air. And there it is, triple digits to strike out O'Neill and strand the mess on the bases. Henderson left 1-0 after 1.
Football at noon, like clockwork. Shanghai, Rome, Paris, Lubbock. There is no time zone on Saturday. Look at these lunatics. These people need help.
I'm Caitlin, and I've been a Dave member for about a year. With Dave, I get cash to reach my fitness goals, up to $500 in 5 minutes or less. It's important for me to stay fit because my job is physically demanding. I use Dave to pay for my gym membership and my meal prepping. Getting started is easy. Just link your bank, open an extra cash account, choose your amount, and get money instantly when you transfer to Dave checking. Just knowing that the cash is there gives me a sense of security. That's why I like Dave. It's good for my wallet and good for my mind.
You could spend all day sorting your employees' expenses. Or you could let Ramp do it.
I like that.
Never chase a receipt again. Ramp, love finance.
Last year, I wore jean shorts to the Osborne's annual neighborhood barbecue, and they yelled at me.
Not at my barbecue.
This year, I went to Men's Warehouse, so I'll have the best outfit.
Use the good plunger, the big one.
Dang it.
When you realize that you've chosen too many Italian ingredients to put on a sandwich, name it something like loaded. So people think you did it on purpose. Arby's, we have the meats.
With 12 grams of protein in every serving, Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal is there for active mornings, friendly competition, and big moves. Quaker, bring out the good.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field. Together.
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 A quick offense for Tampa Bay in their first at-bat. Chandler Simpson, Brandon Lau combining to make it 1-0. And Wells back to work with the first pitch curve to Richie Palacios, hitting 6th tonight for the Rays in this very, very lefty-heavy lineup. There are 8 lefties in there against Wells. I feel, Tom, like that's as much about playing the platoon splits as it is about how dominant Wells has been against righties, not as much about how well lefties have hit him.
Yeah, it's been impressive that he's held his stuff too. Every start he's made between 85 and 89 pitches. So he's got some length in his game. 3 starts, the Orioles have won all 3. And how about these scores? 6-2, 2-1, 3-1.
2-1 pitch is fouled off. So where are we headed tonight? 2-1, 3-2.
Well, I like watching both these guys pitch, and I'm going to jinx that as well by bringing it up. But as guys who throw a lot of strikes, we mentioned Wells, Shane Baz as well, 65% strikes. It's above major league average.
You've already done your changeup vexing in the top of the first. And that's pulled down the right field side for a base hit. Got into the hands, and Palacios muscles it down the line, and he's headed to 2, and he's in there with a double. Second extra base hit for the Rays. Palacios starts the second with a 2-bagger.
Yeah, I love the aggressiveness. You could tell a lot watching a team how they played last week of the season, not in a pennant race. Busting out of the box like that to get the extra base, just good culture for the Rays.
Seen that from a couple of well-regarded managers throughout the game that looked like they were out of it. The D-backs come to mind. What they've done, similar to the Rays, still playing hard even after the D-backs sold at the trade deadline. Now just a game back in the NL wild card. Here's Tristan Gray. Takes a strike. And we were having that conversation with Kevin Cash, the Rays manager, pregame, about the stakes and the messaging, and not being out of, or not being in a playoff race here. Eliminated last week. Flip to shallow center, but playable for Henderson, and an easy play for out number 1. And really, Tom, the Rays are going to feel like they're in a playoff series right after this trip, because they're going to Toronto in what's going to be a huge 3-game series as the Blue Jays try to win the division.
Yeah, I know at this time of year a lot of people look at quote-unquote strength of schedule, and you just look at win-loss record. But I think when teams that are not in the race go on the road to play teams that are in the race, it lifts their game playing in that kind of environment.
Kevin Cash got kind of wide-eyed, didn't he? Of like, if these guys don't know already, some of them are going to be in that environment for the first time, and then they're going to really know.
That has become one of the real good, strong home field advantages this year in Toronto.
Toronto playing the Red Sox tonight. Hunter Fiducia in there with the man on and 1 out. Toronto and New York in the AL East are both in. Yankees clinching last night. Division still up for grabs with 5 games to play. Just 1 game of separation. Blue Jays over the Yankees right now. And what'll be fun for both the Rays and the O's is they get a big part in deciding where the division race goes, because Baltimore will finish with the Yankees. Fiducia drives it high and far down the right field line, and that is foul. Gave it a good ride into that upper section, but foul.
The way the Orioles are playing now, they're a dangerous team, especially, if Trevor Rogers got the ball in his hand with the season he's had.
Oh, 2. Do you have a Cy Young vote, Tom?
Not this year. You almost have to go with Tarek Skubal, but it's a fascinating vote. Garrett Crochet just had an amazing season. What Max Fried has done for the Yankees all year long.
Snap down to third, and Palacios joins the stolen base party for Tampa Bay. And just ahead of the throw from Rutschman. And a runner at third with 1 out on the stolen bag.
You mentioned it. They love to run. You got a nice walking lead, so to speak, having that movement toward the bag is huge. As a pitcher, you want to stop his feet. Infield comes in.
Well, all four guys in the cut of the grass, the 2-2. Check swing, foul. Just on that thought, I was going to say, I don't know if you, in years that you do have a vote, if you give away who you are going to vote for, but kind of think Trevor Rogers for the Orioles will get some votes with what he's done, coming back from what looked like a bust of a trade. 2-2.
You know, it's interesting the way the Orioles are playing this, Connor. They're holding the runner Palacios close to third with a left-handed bat in the box, anticipating that he will be running on contact, but you're also compromising the left side of the infield there is dangerous against the pitch away.
Well, they keep pitching him away. Fiducia has fouled three in a row off. We've got Henderson, the shortstop, basically playing on second base, and then Jackson, the third baseman, just out of your picture there with Palacios taking his lead. Another 2-2 from Wells. And Fiducia is hung in there. Battling on 2 strikes. He works the count full.
Yeah, this is the spot where a hitter wants to drive the ball in the air to the deep part of the field to get the runner in. But I think that when you see this kind of setup defensively, especially with 2 strikes, you're encouraging the hitter to see the ball deep, hit it the other way.
Well, he goes pull side and hits it hard to O'Neill and right. It's over his head and up against the fence. Don't forget going 5-6 hole. Fiducia hammers one for a double and makes it 2-0 to score Palacios.
Real good at bat from start to finish. Catching spot for Tampa Bay has been an issue. They have the lowest OPS at the catcher spot in all of baseball, under 600. But that is a timely hit, well struck.
And that's with wheeling and dealing a little bit at that catcher spot. Fiducia was acquired in a trade. Sent another catcher, Ben Rortvedt, to the Dodgers at the deadline. But that is a happy sign. RBI double for Fiducia. Back-to-back at-bats with runs for the Rays to open up game 2 of this series. Still hitting with their 9-batter, Bob Seymour up there for the first time. He lays off a big curve, 2 balls, no strikes. To the Rays rookie first baseman. Made his big league debut in mid-August. You just saw his numbers flash up. He struggled a little bit at the plate. 520 OPS on the year. Borderline pitch on the change goes Wells' way for strike 1.
You know, talking about the Rays' problem with catchers, it's really been going on for years, and I blame it on Buster Posey. Because they passed on drafting Buster Posey. They took Tim Beckham, high school shortstop at the time.
Popped up. Jackson is there for out number 2. Well, Saturday on Fox, it's baseball night in America, featuring a pair of games with wild card implications. The Reds look to keep their playoff hopes alive against the newly crowned NL Central champion, the Brewers. Or the Guardians fighting for position against the Rangers. Check local listings for the game in your area, only on Fox. And that reminder of the Rays passing on Buster Posey. Here's Chandler Simpson taking a strike. I'm sure Rays fans are thinking back to that like, man, would we have 3 World Series at this point if we would have done that? Of course, having the manager to match and a lot of different pieces for the Giants led to where they got.
Yeah, but having a franchise player behind the plate, what a bonus that is. And the Orioles thought they were set with Adley Rutschman is exactly that kind of player, taking him over Bobby Witt Jr. We're trying to get him back to where he was a couple of years ago.
Since the middle of last season, it hasn't been the same game-changing presence, Rutschman, at the plate. Some of that was taking a foul ball off the body last year, and his bat has not been the same since about June of 2024. 1-2. And a tip into the glove of Rutschman for out number 3. We'll see Rutschman at the plate when you come back. He's due up second.
It's time for a reset. McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Extra value meals are back only at McDonald's.
People, they're good for squad goals and squad. People are good for these kinds of cheers and these kinds of cheers. Jim Beam, best enjoyed together. Official spirit of U.S. soccer.
With Prime Big Deal Days coming October 7th and 8th, greatness is a deal away.
Just bust the move.
Shop deals up to 40% off this Prime Big Deal Days.
With 12 grams of protein in every serving, Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal is there for active mornings, friendly competition, and big moves. Quaker, bring out the good.
Dreaming of the perfect family trip?
Who are you?
Penny, Priceline's AI travel assistant.
How about Eco Resort, free breakfast, zip line?
Done.
Yes.
Priceline.
McDonald's is putting value back on the menu, which means make it a meal and save. Extra value meals are back. So now, get a sausage McMuffin with egg meal for $5.
No stage bigger than this one.
Would you believe it? The swing of his life! Owning October!
Orioles' #1 prospect, Sam Basayo, leads off against Rays right-hander Shane Baz to start the bottom of the second. And a high fastball snaps in there for strike one. They are excited about this guy for good reason. Seeing one of those reasons tonight, his ability to play first base allows him and Adley Rutschman to have their bats in the lineup at the same time. See them back-to-back to start this inning. And a ground ball to the well-shaded Tristan Gray, giving Carson Williams the night off at shortstop. And one quick out for Baz in the second.
Yeah, talking to Tony Manzolino, it sounds like Basayo will see a lot of time at first base because of this guy. The defense of Adley Rutschman is still solid. No worries there. But Basayo, Tony talked to us about, you always worry about getting hit with a foul tip. You lose a great bat with an injury very easily behind the plate.
Adley Rutschman in his second game back from an oblique injury takes strike one. And Tony Manzolino has done a great job leading this team over 500 since Brandon Hyde was let go on May 17th. And a little dribbler. And Rutschman is 0 for 5 since his return from the injured list. Hit up MLBshop.com for the largest and latest selection of jerseys, caps, hoodies, and accessories to keep you in the game all year long. Gear up, game on at MLBshop.com, the official online shop of Major League Baseball. You got the locks and the Hulk hand. You got a lot to work with if that's available on MLBshop.com. I can only hope that's on the inventory list. It's a good look.
We
get you in one of those, Tom, during playoff reports.
I was just going to say, you can get your true diehards who come out to the ballpark last week of the season, right? You got to love it. Gear up.
There's Ryan Mountcastle. Did you happen to see the fan who caught the Colton Cowser home run last night?
I did not.
They were wearing a Colton Cowser hat. And the home run ball that Colton Cowser hit, yeah, just like that. The cow hat.
Sure.
Home run that he happened to hit went right into that fan's lap last night. I don't think I've seen a happier fan all year.
Poetic justice. There are a lot of bucket hats honoring Colton Cowser, but the odds are pretty astronomical. That's where it would wind up.
1-2. Fouled off. It's like when the Rays were at Wrigley a few weeks ago. The home run ball that went right to Anthony Rizzo.
He didn't exactly secure it, though, did he?
No. Gold Glove candidate days are behind him, clearly. Mountcastle just fights it off. Inside out to knuckle curve to stay alive. So Shane Baz so far, he worked around the error by Seymour behind him, and nobody else has reached, including stranding that error at third base in the first. We're looking for his first 1-2-3 inning here in the second. Here's 1-2. Is cut on and missed. We've seen the big velo and also the good curve. Boo.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms can keep coming back. Break away to what's possible with Tremfya. With rapid remission at 12 weeks and fewer bowel movements and less abdominal pain at 4 weeks. Most patients achieve remission at 1 year, and some patients saw visible healing of the intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Backed by over 15 years of clinical research. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
Let it storm, let it thunder. High as a mountain, deep as a river, come rain or come shine. Days may be cloudy or sunny, but I'm with you, baby. I'm with you, rain or shine. Come rain or come shine.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check if doing the Georgia bark at my boss would be appropriate. Go, dogs!
Yeah. So we need...
Sickle! And it's not. Checking Allstate first was smart. Barking at my boss, dumb. At least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds.
Hey, Bark Boy.
These guys are crazy.
The loaded Italian has classic flavors with an Arby's flair. It's more American Italian than Italian, just like the Pope. And people line up to see him. Arby's, we have the meats.
And 2 trips to the plate. 2 runs for Tampa Bay. Brandon Lau, who stands in here, drove in the first one. And takes ball 1 from Tyler Wells out for his 3rd inning in his start. Lau was part of the Tom Verducci changeup curse his first time around. And he turns around, another changeup. This to the upper tank and right, and it's gone. Lau twice on changes tonight. Does damage. First a double. This is 31st home run of the season, and it's 3-0 Tampa Bay.
Amazing, great pole side power hitter, and in both cases, this time the home run especially, that changeup up in the zone. He just hooked that ball out. Hit this so far in front of the plate. This is away, but up.
So building on his 30 home run season with his 31st. I mean, that's uncanny, Tom. You brought it up right off the top. No hits on 59 changeups this year. Lau himself, along with Chandler Simpson, has ended that run.
And that home run ball was not caught by a Brandon Lau fan, as far as I could tell.
2-0 to Caminero and fouled back. What would a Lau hat look like? Colton Cowser has the Moo hat. What would the Lau hat look like?
I don't know. It looked like an Oriole fan whiffed on it, though. He's trying to protect his dinner. Reached up with one hand. But speaking of balls hit in the stands, here's a good one for you. Ball Spencer Steer.
Served off the end of the bat to shallow center. Long run. Nobody can get there. In front of Cowser and O'Neill. And yeah, the hand's stinging a little bit for Caminero after that one. But he'll take the hit with nobody out in the third.
Absolutely. It looked like O'Neill had the best chance to get to this ball, but then pulled up. I'm not sure if Cowser called for it or nobody called it. Watch O'Neill. He's closing on it and then puts the brakes on right there. It looked like nobody called it.
So back-to-back hits begin this inning, bringing up Josh Lowe. I'm dying to know the Spencer Steer story about.
So, yeah, the Steer family is from Southern California, so he gets to play. It might have been the first time he played at Dodger Stadium. Obviously, he's got a lot of family in the stands, and they're sitting in the upper deck behind home plate. And Spencer hits a foul ball where his family is, and it's his twin brother who catches the baseball. Now, what are the odds of that? And he's wearing, of course, the Reds Spencer Steer jersey. Stands up, turns around, shows everybody where his allegiance is, and gets booed.
And the fans knew, right? The fans had to know in that section what was going on. I'm sure he told them. I'm Spencer's brother.
Yeah, I'm sure. But they weren't having it. But what are the odds of that? You foul a ball off in 50,000-seat Dodger Stadium, and your twin catches the baseball.
I was going to say, of all stadiums, like, you could believe that at Steinbrenner Field where the Rays are playing this year. It's, what, 10, 11,000? Lowe pops it up to third. Jackson makes the grab. Start your Saturday strong with Big Noon Saturday. Number 21 USC is looking for a Big Ten statement win as they take on 23rd ranked Illinois. It all goes down live from Champaign, starting with Big Noon kickoff at 10 a.m. Eastern. Then it's USC, Illinois, only on Fox. USC flying under the radar a little bit. Ranked the last couple of weeks, but not ranked in the preseason. A big one for them to get on the road at 9 o'clock body clock time for the Trojans. Big one for your Nittany Lions this weekend, Tom.
That is a big one. It will be tested.
We've got Oregon in their whiteout game Saturday night. Pick over to first to chase Caminero back.
Connor, did you ever catch a foul ball?
I don't think so.
Or have one come into the booth?
Mangum cuts and misses as I collect myself before I put myself on blast here. Did have a ball come into the booth. I whiffed on it, and it back spun out of the booth. So not only did I not catch it, the ball didn't even end up as a souvenir for our crew.
You probably were better off for getting out of the way of it.
Caminero was off there. Mangum fouls it off. I didn't get out of the way. I reached for it, tried to make an athletic play, and it went right through my hands. So the attempted athleticism came right back in my face.
Well, I guess that's a better version than ducking under the desk. Whiffing on it unathletically. You'll take that over just hitting the deck.
Now I know what you really think of me. That you thought I was ducking and covering. Mangum swings and misses. Wells gets him with the high cutter for out number 2.
Second baseman number 1, Richie Palacios.
Top of the zone, you saw the target. Perfect location. That's a pitch a lot of pitchers like to throw, that elevated cutter. Nestor Cortez, Chad Patrick, a lot of guys love that pitch.
Is that a relatively new phenomenon?
It is. I think it all began with pitchers understanding about induced vertical break and how well the four-seamer plays at the top of the zone. So to kind of tunnel off that pitch, you make it look like a four-seamer, just move it off the barrel a little bit. In that case, he got the swing and miss.
Well, maybe I'm just thinking of it from watching so many Mariano Rivera at-bats and sequences over the years, but traditionally I think cutter, right-handed pitcher, ride into the lefties, keep it down in the zone.
Yeah, absolutely. Down in the zone, especially at maybe a little bit above the hands. It's a great pitch, not a swing and miss pitch, even though you got the strikeout there, but just moving the baseball off the barrel a little bit, inducing weak contact.
Well, Palacios in a hitter's count after he doubled and kick-started the second inning rally for the Rays. The Rays have had their leadoff man on in every inning. Single, double, and then a home run in this third by Brandon Lau. Caminero still standing there. And now he'll be off on an action pitch ahead on a 3-2.
Now let's see if he doubles up on this changeup. That was an excellent one right there.
Wells at 65 pitches. Working hard, trying to get through 3. And Palacios sculpts it back up the box for a base hit. Off of the pitch, Caminero tests the arm of Cowser, and he's in there safely. Not a sure thing, even with the runner in motion, with that big arm of Cowser. But first to third they go on the single for Palacios.
Yeah, that is super aggressive. Yeah, it's 3-2. You're running on the pitch, but that ball got to Cowser very quickly. I thought he had a shot at him here at third base. Just had to stay back a little bit to get the longer hop. But these Rays, they will run into outs on the bases. Annually, they're the top 3 or 4 making outs on the bases, but that's because they do things like this. Take chances, run the bases aggressively.
Drew French, the pitching coach for the Orioles, is out for a rare visit with Tyler Wells. Haven't seen many of these his first 3 starts back from Tommy John.
Yeah, and he did double up on that changeup. I think he wanted it out of the zone. I know it's a 3-2 count, but that was another one left up in the zone. He shouldn't have to feel like he must throw the ball strike to strike on his changeup. It is good enough. Just start it in the zone and let it run out.
Well, both managers made that point with the strike throwers that we are seeing tonight. Wells throwing a lot of strikes. Boz has gotten into a habit, the Rays starter, of throwing too many late count or pitchers count strikes. And Tristan Gray goes up there, first pitch attacking on the cutter for strike 1. Runs in each of their first 3 times at the plate for the Rays. Threatening for their first big inning with 2 outs in the bottom of the order up. And Gray skies it to left. Beavers makes the move in. Henderson out. It's the shortstop that retires the side. 1-1-1 in the 3 trips to the plate for the Rays. They lead 3-0.
When you see a St. Louis Cardinals hat, you're like, that's the one.
I mean, it looks so good.
New York Yankee gear is the most recognizable gear on planet Earth.
I love that hoodie more than anything. Okay, don't laugh at me. I took my cap to my high school prom.
When I put the jersey on, it changes me.
This is iconic, though.
By far the best jersey in baseball.
Makes me very proud. Well, bam!
It's game time.
Cubbies!
Go Phillies!
Gotta rep them fresh. It's New York Mets all the way here.
Look, if you're an executive, this shirt is a must-have in your closet. I was tired of floppy collars and shirts with sweat stains, so I got this shirt I saw on TV, and now I don't have to worry. I got it shipped in no time, and I switched from regular polos to this immediately. The brand is called Collars & Co. They make a regular stretchy golf shirt, but the top has a firm collar on it. I got rid of so many problems by upgrading to this. No dry cleaning needed anymore. I'm free from uncomfortable long sleeves, and the collars stay stiff all day. Get 20% off today using code TV at collarsandco.com.
So I'm trying to open my own fitness studio, but my last bank kept draining my savings with fee after fee. I was over it. That's why I love Chime. I can bank fee-free. There are no overdraft fees, there are no monthly fees, and over 50,000 fee-free ATMs. If I need the help, I can get 24/7 live human support. Plus, signing up, it takes like 2 minutes. Now that those fees are gone, I can put that money towards building my studio. Start banking fee-free at Chime, the #1 most loved banking app.
The new Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid with best-in-class MPG. Kia, movement that inspires.
Well, only 2 more days for O's fans to do that, including tonight. I guess you could do that in the offseason, but second to last home game here at Camden Yards for the Orioles. Cotton candy's not really a winter snack anyway. I think you retire that in the offseason.
Yeah, where does that fit in the traditional food pyramid? What food group?
That's, I don't know, that's in there with the wheats or something, right?
I don't know. Anything that looks like the insulation in my attic is not on the top of my list of favorite foods.
Now I'm just imagining your attic with boxes of cotton candy in it. Colton Cowser leads off against Shane Boz. It's 2-1. Oh,
you're
there's the good stuff.
Yeah, the messy stuff.
Straight from Tom's attic.
And then those shirts will be in the laundry by as soon as they get home. That's
the laundry,
sticky.
The laundry or recycling slash maybe the giveaway bin.
That's a good job, though, if you're a vendor at the ballpark to be selling cotton candy. That's not exactly a heavy lift.
Cowser did go, so there's strike 2. Yeah, and you don't have the spillage of carrying the beer down the aisle, or if you're carrying the tall boys, it can be a heavy lift. 3-2. That's ball 4. Now Cowser has his walk. And the first walk tonight for Boz, just his second base runner allowed. That's the real easy lift. You only got one cotton candy on
one more left.
Tips are flowing for that guy.
They're moving a lot of cotton candy today. He's got to go get more.
Is it dollar cotton candy night and we weren't filled in?
I think it is Rushman bobblehead night. So we'll keep an eye on Adley's openings.
The Cowser takes off, and to that scout on Boz, Baltimore stays aggressive, taking bags off the righty for Tampa.
Yeah, Fiducia just had no chance here. You saw Henderson earlier on had him timed, and same thing here. That's all scouting. It just means that Shane is just too predictable in his sets and holds. Running start.
Well, the Orioles last week, they stole 7 bags against the White Sox that tied their franchise record. We figured tonight might be a night if they could get some base runners, or they would do a little bit of that. And sure enough, both times they've had base runners tonight, they've taken the aggressive approach. Jeremiah Jackson out of the 9-hole tonight. Hoping to play his way into an everyday role in 2026. This final month has been big for him. You know, Jackson has shown that he can play multiple positions. He's a natural infielder. That's where he's playing tonight on the dirt. He's played second base, he's played third base, and has also expanded his game to the outfield for the O's. Maybe that earns himself an everyday utility role next year.
Yeah, what stands out for me is he's hit .291 against right-handed pitching. That'll make you valuable when you are a platoon neutral hitter or pitcher.
And he has a keen eye. Back-to-back walks to the 8 and 9 batters. That won't make a pitching coach feel very good. Here comes a visit for Boz.
Yeah, Kyle Snyder can't be happy because Boz, with a lead, started both hitters behind on the count. A ball and then fell further behind. Kyle's whole philosophy, really, if you want to boil it down, it's about getting strike one, pound the zone, control count leverage, and then work outside the zone. And this is what he tells his pitchers, and it's true. If you throw a ball in the strike zone on your first pitch, 94% of the time something positive is going to happen. It's either a called strike, swing and a miss, or a foul ball. Think about that. 94% of the time if you throw the ball in the zone first pitch. Only 6% of the time it will be a base hit. It's his way of encouraging pitchers. Go ahead, fill up the strike zone, then expand.
So Tom, I'm going to guess after that visit and your point, this might be a middle fastball to Dylan Beavers.
Absolutely. It might be 99 though. It's not a get me over.
That keeps Cowsers close out there at second base. One of the two walks for Boz in this inning. We're now facing second time through the lineup. Dylan Beavers up at the top. And it was over the plate. It was a changeup that's whacked to right center. And the two outfielders come together, Simpson and Lowe. It is deep enough for the lead runner Cowser to tag and split the runners at the corners with one out.
That was an interesting pitch selection. First pitch changeup. Beavers put a good swing on it. Yeah, watch the right fielder take control. Normally it's the center fielder who's got the right of way, and he's calling it. But in this case, the taller guy wins.
Yeah, usually it's the low man wins by leverage. That was the low man wins by name.
Very good.
Josh Lowe over Chandler Simpson. That's been something to watch for Rays fans, as Chandler Simpson's development in center. Played left field for most of this year. Still new to the outfield. They're at the corners for the former All-Star Jordan Westburg. And a bouncer. Could it be two? It will be two to get Boz out of the inning. After the visit, he faces the minimum, strands him.
Influencers aren't new. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
In 1941, Jeep wrote the book on four-wheel drive.
Years later, the Jeep brand is still influencing. Some create trends. We create our own trail. Some send a smiling emoji. We smile for real. Don't call it a comeback. Jeep, there's only one.
Right now, during the Jeep Drive into Fall event, purchase and get 0% financing for 60 months on the 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee L. Hurry, this great offer ends September 30th.
Drop whatever you're doing right now. The Wendy's $8 JBC meal deal is here. That's 2 junior bacon cheeseburgers, medium fries, and a medium drink. So you better be on your way. Bacon waits for no one. The #1 deal for the #1 bacon cheeseburger, gotta be Wendy's.
If your grandpa wears one of these, or if your wife wears this, you can count on USAA membership for the spouses, kids, and then grandkids of those who served. Count on us. Count on USAA.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water, made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and run the game. Gatorade, is it in you?
Trick or treat.
Uh-oh. Who didn't refill the M&Ms?
You're talking about us.
No, you don't.
M&M's. It's more fun together.
Hello?
When being ignored isn't your idea of friendly service.
Hello? Hello? Sarah?
It matters where you stay. Book now and save up to 20% off. Hilton, for the stay.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 ultimate apps with 3 ultimate dipping sauces to create your own Applebee's Ultimate Trio with over 80,000 combinations. All for the ultimate price of $14.99.
Well, the Rays have got the leadoff man on in every inning. That leadoff man has come around to score. They'll try to make it 4 out of 4 as Tyler Wells misses upstairs to Hunter Fiducia. Unlikely with the catcher at the plate, but the Rays are also trying to hit for the cycle with their leadoff man. They've gone single, double, home run with their leadoff hitter in each of the first 3 innings. Well, Fiducia did have an extra base hit his first time. And fouled off. Not a great triples park, right? I know the dimensions have changed here throughout the years with that left field wall. Oh, maybe you can get a big bounce off the right field fence. Goes into the corner.
Yeah, there's not so many weird angles to the outfield wall here.
Maybe out by 363. That'd be, might have to get wedged or something. 3 balls and a strike from Wells, the Orioles starter. And that ball is high in the air to right. And a long run for O'Neill into the corner, and that is a foul ball. Tested that part of the yard.
Yeah, there's not nearly as many triples as there used to be. I mean, if you're going farther back, the ballparks were a lot bigger. If you're talking about the old Yankee Stadium, Forbes Field, Polo Grounds, enormous. Forbes Field in Pittsburgh was so big, they used to keep the batting cage actually on the field in center field. And now outfielders play much deeper than they did even 10 years ago. The analytics people figured out you're much better off defending the extra base hit than you are the single.
First baseman number 41, Bob Sweeney.
Well, no leadoff man cycle, at least not yet. Fiducia is the 4th straight leadoff man to reach. And that is historic. It's not the triple, but this is only the 3rd time ever in Rays history that they've gone 4 innings to start the game with the leadoff man on in every single one of those innings. You know, the other 2 were earlier in Rays history, 2001, 2002. The Devil Rays days. So this is the first time in the Rays branding era that's happened. Bob Seymour in the 9-hole, popped out to third his first time. And fouls that away for strike 2.
With all this traffic, and if you're Wells, you don't like it, but it could be a lot worse. 3-0. You look up at the scoreboard, and you see a picket fence. 1-1-1. No crooked numbers.
My mind went to Hoosiers running the picket fence play with that score line. Yeah, you avoided the big inning. Last time out there on the mound, stranding 2. After the Brandon Lau homer opened it up, it was 1st and 3rd with 2 outs, and he kept it. Nice.
There's my picket fence.
Nice and suburban with the picket fence.
Beautiful symmetry.
Swing and a miss. Wells gets it past Seymour for his 4th strikeout. 1 away in the 4th.
Yeah, he's working really hard. You see the pitch count there at 78. We mentioned his other 3 starts, all in the window between 85 and 89. But these are stressful pitches, as you mentioned, getting the leadoff batter on base, or 1 inning a home run. pitching out of the stretch, there's a little more effort involved. Definitely more stress.
And now he faces the top, third time through. Dietrich Enns was up and throwing. Wells about to throw his 80th pitch. I wonder if Enns might be ready for one of the several lefties coming up. And take your pick. There are 8 of them in the lineup tonight. And a ground ball. Simpson, a hard guy to double off. They turn it quickly, and they got him. 4-6-3 against one of the fastest players in baseball. First scoreless inning for Wells.
With wet AMD, I worry I'm losing sight of the world around me. But now, I can open up my world with Vabysmo. Vabysmo is the first FDA-approved treatment for people with wet AMD that improves vision and delivers a chance for up to 4 months between treatments. So I can do more of what I love. Vabysmo works differently. It's the only treatment thought to block 2 causes of wet AMD.
Vabysmo is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection, active eye swelling, or are allergic to it. Vabysmo could cause eye infection, retinal detachment, temporary increase in eye pressure, an uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke, or severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye. Report changes to vision or eye pain to your retina specialist right away.
Open up your world with Vabysmo.
The #1 prescribed treatment for wet AMD. Ask a retina specialist about Vabysmo.
Limu Limo at your service. Here to help you save hundreds by customizing your car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Probably should have gone the other way.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
This Sunday, we need to get every tailgater a Pepsi to amp up their food's flavor.
Why would you throw that?
It was him.
Pepsi does make it taste better.
Try it again with the pork.
Maybe the burger?
You've been working from home, but your roommate just took up percussion as a hobby.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With an Indeed profile, the more skills and preferences you add, the faster Indeed can bring the right job to you.
Whatever the moment, make it a cocktail. On the Rocks, bartender-created cocktails.
Well, the picket fence has its limit, apparently. 3 1s for Tampa Bay on the score line, their first 0. Now Shane Baz out for his 4th inning, working with a 3-0 lead against Gunnar Henderson. Or you got a little creative, Tom. Maybe there's a little hinge in the gate now.
Yeah, I look at it as an opening in the garden gate and the fence. They could resume the building of the picket fence next inning. We'll see. We'll see if Wells comes back out.
Henderson slices it foul. Can you remember the longest picket fence you've seen in a big league game?
No, we'll have somebody look that up. You're the one who just came up with this stat about the Rays getting their leadoff batter on for a 4th straight inning. 3rd time in Tampa Bay history. You blew me away with that one, so this should be easy for you.
Huh.
But between innings there, we were watching the Camden Yards hot dog race. And to give you an idea of what kind of year it's been for the Baltimore Orioles, the mustard mascot blew out a hammy on the race.
Gunnar Henderson didn't get enough of it. A lazy fly ball to center for Simpson.
And Connor, the Orioles have used 70 players this year. There it is. More bad news for the Orioles. That does not look day to day to me. We need an MRI on that. Yeah, I'm with you. He's going to be down for a while. Who's going to replace Mustard? The Orioles have used 70 players this year. That tied a record set by the Marlins last year.
Not only did Mustard get injured, but that fan wanted Relish to be replaced for a 71st and 72nd player for the Orioles this year.
The 1969 Orioles won the American League pennant, lost to the Mets in the World Series. They used 30 players all year.
That's got to be a record the other way, right? Of least players used?
No, I think the 1927 Yankees used 22 players, something like that.
Wow. Yeah, Boog Powell didn't need days off, did he? That 69 O's team.
Back then, the guys literally did everything they could to stay out of the trainer's room. There's a big fan of Mustard. She is not feeling well right now. She's hurting. Her guy is down.
Surprised she wasn't doing hamstring stretches after seeing her favorite hot dog.
I think she was looking online for news. What happened? I need an update.
A lot of Relish folks in the house tonight. Where are the ketchup shirts? Is nobody a winner? It's outside to O'Neill. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
I'm sure you would agree. We need an onion, Connor.
Pittsburgh does right by the onion name. They have Oliver Onion, part of their pierogi race. It's always Hannah Jalapeno that wins when I go there, though. That's inside, ball 4. And a 1-out base runner for the Orioles. Your team, your players. Baseball your way. Get personalized highlights and push notifications just for you. Download the MLB app today. Your team, your players. Baseball your way. Condiments your way, depending on what shirt you're wearing tonight. Seriously, though, have we seen a single ketchup T-shirt? It's been all second and third on the podium.
Not popular, although a winner tonight. Yeah, I had to look it up. The 27 Yankees used 25 players. You did not want to be hurt because you would lose your job back then.
Yeah, Wally Pipp found that out. Not long after that, right?
That's right.
Sam Basayo in an 0-1 count, and he goes chasing the change.
Most famous guy for losing his job, Wally Pipp. It's actually become, in baseball terms, I don't know if they still use it, like a verb. He got pipped, lost his job while on the IL.
Drew Bledsoe, he got Wally pipped. That's downstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, Baltimore has put runners in motion. First couple times guys reached. O'Neill has been conservative with that lead over at first. 1-2. And he did go. Basayo is out on strikes. The 3rd of the night for Boz.
And we saw Cowser do it, not on a 2-strike pitch. Same thing. You have to honor his 100 velo on the fastball. And you get that 12-6 curveball. You just can't stop it in time. Getting yourself started early, and it's like, oh, I see it late. Too late.
Well, it was a good visit last time. Boz was in a bad spot with 2 runners on, nobody out. Then he went fly out, double play ball. This might be time buying for Uceda out there in the bullpen, with Kyle Snyder out for the 2nd time in as many innings.
We saw Rushman first time up, out in front of a changeup, pulling it to the right side. One thing that stands out for me, Connor, you talked about just the middle of last year, career high percentage of rollovers, ground balls to the pull side. And the Orioles believe he's going to have to do a deep dive on his swing. There's nothing you can do in the course of a season but making major changes to his swing.
Well, he does lift this ball, but not a hard hit ball. And he lofts out to end the inning. And on the first pitch, Boz gets out of it, leads 3-zip for the Rays.
Ma, you got it, you got it.
One of us has to stay calm.
I was so angry at myself that I let them down.
I can't do it.
I'm not afraid of pain. I hate feeling weak.
Come here, come on, girl. Come on.
Special Forces World's Toughest Test, Thursday on Fox.
Look, if you're an executive, this shirt is a must-have in your closet. I was tired of floppy collars and shirts with sweat stains, so I got this shirt I saw on TV, and now I don't have to worry. I got it shipped in no time, and I switched from regular polos to this immediately. The brand is called Collars & Co. They make a regular stretchy golf shirt, but the top has a firm collar on it. I got rid of so many problems by upgrading to this. No dry cleaning needed anymore. I'm free from uncomfortable long sleeves, and the collars stay stiff all day. Get 20% off today using code TV at collarsandco.com.
With Chime, I can get paid when I want. Why do we accept waiting 2 weeks for payday? I work hard every day, but I don't get paid every day. Because of Chime, I don't have to wait to get paid anymore. With my pay, I can get up to $500 of my pay on my schedule. There's no interest, no credit checks, no mandatory fees. I love being in control of my money, and for the first time, I can control my payday. And you can too. And that's why I Chime. Join me at chime.com and get paid when you say.
MLB Together and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, empowering children and building futures. Bring it in.
When you realize that you've chosen too many Italian ingredients to put on a sandwich, name it something like loaded. So people think you did it on purpose. Arby's, we have the meats.
If you keep making that face, it's going to stay like that.
I'm trying to get my own car insurance.
USAA. Grandpa was in the military. He shared membership with your mom so she could share with you. Easy.
USAA. Check if you're eligible today.
The hat and shirt game here at Camden Yards tonight has been a 100% hit rate. Crab hats. It's a great giveaway. Dietrich Enns is out of the bullpen for the O's, a sub-3 ERA in the month of September, pitching his best down the stretch. And Brandon Lau chases a first pitch fastball for strike one.
Yeah, he doesn't have the splits you would expect. Lefty's hitting .335 against him. A lot of fastballs to left-handed hitters. He's got a good changeup, but he much prefers throwing that to right-handers. That was a great fastball hitter.
Well, the fastball started him, breaking ball to finish him. With a fly out to left for Beavers. So Tyler Wells done after 4 innings, giving up 3 runs. Did stop the quote-unquote picket fence with 1 run in each of the first 3 innings for a double play. Ball ended his night with a scoreless 4th. And the Orioles hope the couple of the guys they got back late in the year, that's something to build on with their rotation for 2026. As Caminero takes a big cut, fouls it back. They got Kyle Bradish back late in the year. Trevor Rogers has become a guy that might get down ballot votes for the Cy Young. So if you can start there with Bradish and with Rogers next year, maybe you pick up one of those free agents that is coming on the market this year. You got to feel better than you did, at least early in this season, the middle part of this season, if you're an O's fan, right, Tom?
Oh, I agree. I think the foundation is there. They do need, as you mentioned, to add to the rotation and the bullpen. That would be the point of emphasis. Core of young position players. You should be happy with that group. Basayo can really be an impact hitter in this group. I know that Rutschman, you've got to kind of get him back to where he was. The question's out on him now.
Pop up on the infield for Henderson, and it's a 1-for-3 start for Caminero. Still looking for his 45th home run of the year, 2 away from Carlos Pena.
But how about those comps that Tony Basayo or Tony Mezzalina was giving us on Basayo?
Yeah.
Rafi Devers, Yordan Alvarez in terms of being an impact left-handed hitter. I think the Devers comp really works for me. He's got really good power to all fields.
It's Josh Lowe. Well, and the good news and part of that conversation is we know from this shot too, he's willing to play first base, no problem. That's been a big story surrounding Rafi Devers in both San Francisco and Boston this year. As Enns has come in and pumped strikes, looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Yeah, you'll take MVP caliber Basayo. Still obviously a lot to prove just in his first partial year in the big leagues as a rookie over there. And ends 1-2-3 inning. He does secure it. A couple air outs and a strikeout. First 1-2-3 inning for the Rays at the plate.
Let it storm, let it thunder, high as a mountain, deep as a river, come rain or come shine. Days may be cloudy or sunny, but I'm with you, baby. I'm with you, rain or shine. Come rain or come shine.
With hundreds of sales every week, eat well for less at Whole Foods Market.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check if I unlatched Bevo's gate while taking a selfie.
Bevo, no! Come back!
Checking Allstate first was really smart. Not checking Bevo's gate, though, not smart. Well, at least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds. Hook 'em.
With 12 grams of protein in every serving, Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal is there for active mornings, friendly competition, and big moves. Quaker, bring out the good.
You could buy on your own. You could get a lender, get viewings. Too small for a yoga studio, too big for a yoga studio, too much character. Or you could get an agent who is a realtor with the expertise and ethical training to help you find the best space for your business.
McDonald's is putting value back on the menu, which means make it a meal and save. Extra value meals are back. So now get a Big Mac meal for $8.
Time for tonight's Power Player, sponsored by Circa. Shane Baz's night is done. 4 no-hit innings, Tom.
Really impressive. Most impressive thing to me is the way he has finished this season so strong. You know, this guy getting up here in innings to now 166 in the third, well above his previous career high, and finishing now with 9 consecutive shutout innings.
His healthiest season by far, his most effective stretch in the big leagues to close out this season, and now he gives way to the bullpen, and Edwin Uceda. Big swing and miss, as you'll get from a lot of the Rays relievers. They throw hard coming out of the Rays bullpen.
Yeah, there's no question about that. You know, just to finish up on Baz, I love what Kevin Cash told us about the way they handled him. No artificial governors. They wanted him to get through the 6-month season. And to me, it's like running a marathon. Once you did it, you know, and it's hard to do it. You can't do it all, you know, your first year. It takes a while to build up, to have the strength, the physical strength to get through 6 months, making 30, 31 starts.
Well, Mountcastle rips it to left, but playable for Mangum. And there's the first out of the bottom of the 5th for the O's.
And the Rays have done that with Baz and with Pepio. You know, they're going to be better for that going forward. And I just love the fact that they saw the way he was holding his stuff down the stretch, Shane Baz. You know, no reason to put a governor on him or shut him down because you think he's thrown too much. You know, in these days, as you know, Connor, they have all kinds of metrics, physical metrics on these pitchers to gauge how they recover, their strength. It's far from guesswork.
I'm with you. Definitely fun to see the trust that they put in him to stay healthy. It's the first 4 years at this level he hasn't. You know, so you got the durability for Baz. Now the next question, right, is consistency. Can he pitch like he has his last 2 starts over a whole year? Which, based on his reputation as a prospect before all those injuries and what we've seen late in the season, I think he can, don't you?
I do. I think for him, as a pitcher, even like younger than his age, because obviously he lost the 2020 season, the COVID year. And he's already had the Tommy John surgery. He had arthroscopic elbow surgery before that. So again, he had not pitched 100 innings in a major league season until last year. And this is a breakthrough season for him now, where he can go into the off season. Oh, I like that. That's a nice addition there.
The mechanical ears flipping up and down. Well, the man they came to see, Colton Cowser, in a two-strike battle with the new pitcher, Uceda. And he fights him off again.
Good at bat for Cowser. You know, one thing I think when he goes home that he wants to work on and be better at is the swing and miss. And he's talked about that. You know, even good hitters in the game are going to strike out. I mean, look at Riley Green striking out. You know, leading the league in the American League, but still putting up huge impact numbers. But for Cowser, really good at bat so far. I think just put the ball in play a little more. Really good athlete, does a lot of things well, runs well, you mentioned, throws well.
Power is undeniable. We saw that last night, his 16th of the year. And he watches that one for strike 3. Battled with Uceda, but eventually the reliever for the Rays wins it. And they're 2 gone. So the Orioles have reached on an error. They did reach on 3 separate walks for Boz, but still looking for that first hit with 2 down in the 5th. Well, that runs in a nice changeup from Uceda. Grab a first pitch strike on Jackson.
That's a good pitch to Jackson. Looking at his numbers, this jumped out at me. Hitting 500 on first pitches, 9 for 18, 4 home runs.
It's kind of Julio Rodriguez-esque, those type of numbers on a first pitch.
Yeah, I like to look at that number. A couple of reasons. Number one, you want to know who's going to give you strike 1 if you're a pitcher, and who you better treat like it's an 0-2 count. But also, to me, it's also an indication of having a good plan at the plate. Looking for a pitch and getting a pitch and not missing it. When I see guys hitting, 239, 220 on first pitches, the hitting coach has got to have a conversation with them. What's your plan? What are you looking for?
Jackson spoils the 2-strike pitch foul. So where's your mind go now when you get deeper in a count against a guy like that? You've got that data on Jackson being aggressive early. How about late?
Yeah, well, we'll see his approach right here, because you saw the 2-strike cutter there. He can go a lot of different ways. I think slider, best pitch. There it is. But I always like hitters who can let the ball travel. Start thinking about your default swing is going to be off top velocity, line drive to right field.
Well, 2 uncompetitive ones. Count goes full on Jackson. Uceda biting on the chain. He knows it. Yanked a couple in a row. After the good start on that changeup that ran in on Jackson to get ahead. Stayed ahead 1-2. Now he's full. And he got him. Start and finish with the changeup. It's 5 no-hit innings for Rays pitching in Baltimore.
If there's anything I know, there's no wrong way. As long as it's your way. It could be simple. A little flashy. But sometimes, right there, how's that? All you need is a delicate touch.
All customers get a 50% profit boost every day.
The loaded Italian has classic flavors with an Arby's flair. It's more American Italian than Italian, just like the Pope. And people line up to see him. Arby's, we have the meats.
People, they're good for squad goals and squad. People are good for these kinds of cheers and these kinds of cheers. Jim Beam, best enjoyed together. Official spirit of U.S. soccer.
Experience the world's largest sports book at your fingertips.
I'm Derek Stevens. I'm a lifelong sports bettor and owner of Circus Sports.
We built this platform for bettors that want high limits and total transparency.
Featuring tight money line splits, lowest holds, and exceptional live customer service.
Hi, how may I help you today?
Download your new bookie today and start betting like a pro.
Circus Sports.
Why do we love USAA team?
Because they still call Mom Sergeant. And they pay Dad's claims super fast after that scary thunder.
Gotta make this play work for me.
USAA membership, always the smart play. Become a member today.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water, made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and run the game. Gatorade, is it in you?
Excellent pitching so far for Tampa. With early offense, they lead at 3-0. Find Shane Baz and Edwin Uceda going 5 innings without allowing a hit. So they'll try to add on Jake Mangum, Richie Palacios, and Tristan Gray due up here. Against Ends out for his 2nd inning out of the O's pen.
I wonder if Kevin Cash is going to go spring training mode. Use one pitcher for 1 inning after getting 4 from his starter.
It kind of looks that way. Rays have bullpen activity again.
Got that extra pitcher on the roster this time of year, so you do have an extra move.
Is that to get a look at guys? Is that to save guys for the big series with Toronto? What are you thinking?
A look at guys, yeah.
A jam shot ground ball to Henderson. And that's been a big improvement in his game out at short this year. The fight for the AL pennant begins as the league's best square off in the American League Division Series. It all begins Saturday, October 4th on Fox and FS1. The Blue Jays and the Yankees. Vladdy Jr. Aaron Judge still to be decided who wins the division. Aaron Judge tonight hit his 50th home run. The 4th player to reach 50 home runs 4 times in a career. I'm sure you're all over this one, Tom. You are the trivia whiz. I get nothing past you.
What do you got?
Do you know the other 4 to reach 50 home runs 4 times in their career, including Aaron Judge tonight?
Wow. You got Sosa, McGuire.
Boom, boom.
Ruth.
Oh.
And
man.
Who we got? Jimmy Fox?
No, that's it. No, that's it.
Oh,
Judge is the 4th.
Oh, I thought there were 4 others. How about this? Speaking of trivia.
That's incredible.
He's going to win the batting title, by the way, with 50 home runs. I mean, guys like Luis Ariz are supposed to win batting titles, right?
Right. With less than 10 home runs.
There's only 2 players ever.
Well, Palacios has a 3-hit night, doing his best. Luis Ariz. Double, couple of singles, and a 3-for-3 start.
That was just like the sprinkler right there. Put it in play. Yeah, so only Jimmy Fox and Mickey Mantle have hit 50 home runs and won a batting title in the same season.
I'm sure you haven't talked about this at all on your morning show. who the AL MVP is going to be. With that context of history and what Cal Raleigh's doing.
Well, that's the thing. Cal Raleigh, to me, I mean, maybe if he hits 62, he can win it.
And a Gray to deep right, and that's off the wall. O'Neill decided to play the carom. Palacios hot puts it over to third. He gets the send. Throw to the plate. He's safe. Rutschman puts the tag on, but Palacios just did graze the plate. And he's safe on the double for Tristan Gray to make it 4-0 for Tampa.
Great base running hard all the way. Had to send all the way as well. And that is a tough send in this ballpark. Not a big right field. Get back to O'Neill quickly. The relay is fine. Oh, he did have a little bobble there. Well, these Rays can run the bases.
Orioles were looking at it. They do not challenge it. That goes back to your point earlier, Tom, about the aggression first to third, but also going first to home on a double. Not an easy read off that wall out there either.
Yeah, I mean, good relay by Westberg, but that little bobble by O'Neill was all it took. You give him a crack and they will storm through the door. Great base running. Love it.
Hunter Fiducia has reached both times tonight, including an RBI double. And he waves through the ends fastball. And they're 2 down. Okay, so if there are 2 gates in the picket fence on the line score, does that still count as the picket fence?
I think it's a double gate. How about that? So you can get your horse trailer in.
Oh, like the 3-car garage for picket fences. Because Tampa Bay has started it again. First 3 innings with runs. Add another here in the 6th. There's your horse trailer.
And the Rays, on the defensive side, they've got a donut shop going on.
Well, one away from the half dozen.
Or a bagel. Your choice.
I'm going Boston cream donuts.
I'm going everything bagel.
Is that schmearless, or does that have schmear on it?
I'll take a little veggie schmear on it.
All right. That's a way to make a shutout a little more tasty. Well, Bob Seymour in the driver's seat, 3-0. Well, the green light flips it foul. I'm sure being on the road a little bit with John Smoltz, you've played your fair share amount of area code games.
Yeah, I've
he
heard
loves that.
You know, on that MVP debate, though, I do think that Aaron Judge's numbers across the board, and I understand the positional value of Cal Raleigh. It's amazing what he does and the way he's held up catching, and he's a really good catcher who's caught a lot this year, not once in a while. But you look at the numbers across the board, especially in the percentage categories. I just think that Judge has not a big edge, but to me a clear edge. It's not going to be unanimous, and I have
winning
so
the
much
division
respect.
Change that at all?
I don't think so, but I'll tell you what may really close the door on it. His on-base percentage this month of September, when you're going for a division title, is over 500.
The gavel has been pounded from Judge Tom Verdun.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. You catch it on the app.
I want to open my own fitness studio, but my old bank kept draining my savings with fee after fee. I was over it. That's why I left Chime. I can bank fee-free. No overdraft fees, no monthly fees, and I get access to over 50,000 fee-free ATMs. There's 24/7 live support, plus signing up took like 2 minutes. With those fees gone, I can use that money towards building my studio. So, I got everyone I know to join. Join the millions of members, just like us, banking fee-free at Chime.
This is Edgar.
Hi, I'm Edgar.
He lives on an island, likes walking his dog, and is remodeling his home, but needed some cash.
I got a home equity line of credit with Figure. With interest rates rising, I wanted to preserve my low mortgage rate. Instead of doing a cash out refinance with a HELOC product, I'm saving about $18,000.
And it was fast.
Within 2 minutes, I had a response as to how much I can take out.
Get approval in minutes and funding in as few as 5 days. See how much you could save at Figure.com.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 Ultimate apps with 3 Ultimate dipping sauces to create your own Applebee's Ultimate Trio with over 80,000 combinations. All for the ultimate price of $14.99.
Introducing Subway's new Fresh Fit menu. Lots of protein, tasty sauce, all under 500 calories. Keep moving with Subway's new Fresh Fit menu. Subway, eat fresh, feel good.
2025 Roberto Clemente Award presented by Capital One recognizes a player who truly represents the game through positive contributions on and off the field. Learn more about the nominees and vote today by scanning the QR code or visit MLB.com/Clemente Award. Jordan Westburg due up second in this inning. He's a nominee for the Clemente Award, one of 30. Garrett Clevenger's bullpen mate, Pete Fairbanks, is the nominee for the Tampa Bay Rays. Of course, Roberto Clemente, a fabulous player and everything he did on the field, but a big part of his legacy is, how his life ended. Was on his way to Nicaragua to 8 earthquake victims. Ultimately died in a plane crash on his way to serve.
It's one of the most meaningful awards a Major League Baseball player could win. And I know when Clayton Kershaw last week announced this is it, he retired at the end of the season. A man with so many accolades, one of the things he's most proud of is being a Clemente Award winner.
Dylan Beavers tried to check his swing. He did not. So Clevenger enters the game for Uceda and strikes out Beavers at the top of the card for the Orioles.
Beavers has struggled against spin. One hit after seeing more than 150 breaking pitches. He's a terrific fastball hitter. He's a pull hitter, so he's vulnerable to spin because he likes to catch the ball out front.
Well, here is the Clemente Award nominee, Jordan Westburg, looking for the first Orioles hit tonight. As the O's bat in the home 6th. Third pitcher for the Rays. And Westburg is underneath it. Clevenger pointing at it. And it's the right fielder Lowe that takes over once again.
Well, Clevenger's had a Kevin Cash. The manager used him last year 68 times. Again, into the 60s in appearances. And we talked earlier, Connor, about platoon neutral players, and that's his value. Yeah, he gets out lefties, but he gets out righties at just about the same rate.
And Henderson out to second. You're seeing that platoon split show up. Lefty, righty, and left. Clevenger in a 1-2-3 6th with still no hits.
With less burning, itching, and pain from moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, imagine being a million miles away. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. Most people saw 100% clear skin that stayed clear even at 5 years. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
Only the ServiceNow platform connects every corner of your business, putting AI agents to work for people.
Like secret agents?
No, more like autonomous minions that you control.
To do what?
Well, Jim's agents resolve simple customer issues, and Patty's agents flag network problems.
Proactively?
Yep.
I'm loving my agents. Wait, do you all have agents?
Oh, yeah. And on the ServiceNow platform, everyone's agents work together, so everything works better.
Could I have agents?
Maybe.
When you realize that you've chosen too many Italian ingredients to put on a sandwich, name it something like loaded. So people think you did it on purpose. Arby's, we have the meats.
All right, team. USAA is open to...
Spell spouses and kids of military who joined, like me.
Mm-hmm.
And grandchildren if their parents joined. Are you eligible, Coach Gronk?
It's complicated.
USAA. Become a member today.
With 12 grams of protein in every serving, Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal is there for active mornings, friendly competition, and big moves. Quaker, bring out the good.
Jose Castillo on to the Orioles bullpen in a 4-0 Rays lead. And Chandler Simpson greets him with a slicer out to left center for a base hit that kicks around at Bieber's feet. Simpson only needs an inch. Any slight bobble, it's an extra 90. And he has 2 bases to start the Rays' 7th.
Yeah, we talk a lot about infielders with that clock in their head. Speed will quicken that clock. This might be a case where it happened to an outfielder. Just didn't handle the ball cleanly here. Got in front of it. He just let it get to his feet.
So Brandon Lau gets another chance to swing it with the man on base. Simpson has been in front of him twice tonight. So it's Jose Castillo's job to leave the speed of Simpson out there now.
Connor, would you agree that Chandler Simpson is an old school type of player?
Say so.
Obviously, power, which is such a part of the game today, not a part of his game. I mean, being an impact runner and slashing the ball like that. I mean, he should not be trying to get the ball in the air to the pull side the way a lot of young players do these days to try to get paid. That's his game. Dirty uniform.
Grounder to second. This is an easy advance for Simpson on the right side ground ball. And one away with a man at third.
How about this set for you on Chandler Simpson? The farthest ball he has hit this year is 353 feet. He's not hit a ball to the warning track.
That is fascinating.
And again, he shouldn't be hitting fly balls.
Well, that's for a guy that's bidding to hit 300. He was 298 with his batting average at the start of the night. A big chopper. Infield is in, and Simpson fast enough. No matter the alignment on the big chopper for Caminero to make it 5-0 Tampa Bay in the 7th.
That is a Simpson manufactured run. Take the extra base in the bobble. 2 ground balls later in the dugout with a run.
Yeah, the old, you said old school player, the old get him on, get him over, get him in.
There you go.
That was the one man, get him on, get him over, get him in. Chandler Simpson. Low caught in between again, 0-2. When you think of old school player, what era came to mind? Were you thinking like Vince Coleman era?
I do, and maybe even a little bit before. The story I go back to is Ozzie Smith getting traded from San Diego to St. Louis. And Whitey Herzog, and he was a bad offensive player. Whitey Herzog made a deal with him, and he said, for every fly ball you hit, you owe me $1. And every ground ball you hit, I owe you $1.
Well, if Josh Lowe lines out, you owe me $1. Time to stretch.
Jersey Mike's is now an official sponsor of the NFL.
Hold on. You're stealing my job.
I don't want to steal anything.
Lies. Eli's.
I just love these subs.
It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
People, they're good for squad goals and squad. People are good for these kinds of cheers and these kinds of cheers. Jim Beam, best enjoyed together. Official spirit of U.S. Soccer.
With Prime Big Deal Days coming October 7th and 8th, greatness is a deal away.
Just bust the move.
Shop deals up to 40% off this Prime Big Deal Days.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Americans, we can do anything we want, except one thing. We just can't stop being American. So get out there, take your swing, rev your engines and let freedom ring, and never, ever, ever stop being American. Nothing stops America, and nothing stops Ram.
During the Ram Drive into Fall event, get 10% below MSRP, plus $2,000 bonus cash on select 2025 Ram 1500 models in dealer inventory. Or get 0% financing for 72 months.
Great. Wait, why is Danny DeVito fishing in here?
Oh, that doesn't matter. This is a Jersey Mike's commercial. So what matters most is your sub and that sub bowl. Don't tell anybody about my secret spot.
Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Just a little sprinkle, nothing too menacing. Always get a little nervous when you see the grounds crew all huddled up around the tarp. But we play on, and it is official on the score bug that we're on no-hitter watch. Griffin Jax is the fourth pitcher for the Rays. He'll try to keep it going against Tyler O'Neill. And he spins him one and gets a generous call for strike one. O'Neill is one of the Orioles base runners tonight. And he lines it to left for a base hit. There's the first hit of the night. It comes to lead off the seventh for the Baltimore Orioles.
That breaking ball stayed up, didn't have that same bite, more rolled than the late break. Nice job by O'Neill to stay on it. Oh, just over the glove.
Here's Sam Basayo. Swing and a miss. Someone somewhere is saying it's the score bug jinx. I don't know. We said it a couple of times. I think we said it in the fourth, the fifth, again in the sixth. Big bouncer to first. Seymour doesn't have a play there. He hustles and beats Basayo there. So the first run of the night after the first hit of the night, now in scoring position for the O's.
Yeah, it looked like he didn't get a good grip on the baseball. He definitely had an out in order at second base as the aggressive play. Slight bobble, take the short one. Two big guys meeting on a corner right here. Get out of the way, Griffin Jax. Pulled up a little bit there as well.
So here's Adley Rutschman, RBI spot. Downstairs, 2-0.
So yeah, I mentioned his swing, that they want to do a deep dive and figure out what's going on. I'll be curious to see how he attacks it. You know, a lot of guys now have their own swing coaches. And, you know, does he get into a lab with his own guy? Does he do it in conjunction with the team?
Well, a lot of it's been from this side of the plate, too. It's been his left-handed swing that hasn't produced the same as all-star and possibly MVP level Adley Rutschman. It's downstairs, 3-1.
So going back to the all-star break of last year, it's 144 games. He's hit 217. Well, that did not look good. Hunter Fiducia.
Oh, he just had a foul ball hit him in.
Came up on the jaw, maybe?
Yeah,
it did.
He just took a foul ball off the mask Thursday and had to miss the weekend.
mean, that is so unlucky how a baseball could just come at that angle underneath the extension of the mask and still get the bottom of the jaw. Yeah, look, he bit his tongue.
Oh, gosh. Fiducia Thursday, he left the game because he took a foul ball off the mask and then didn't play in the weekend series against the Red Sox. So he has had some real bad luck back there the last few days.
And it recalls to mind the conversation we had before the game with Tony Mansolino about Basayo and the risk of having a great hitter behind the plate.
Yep.
You think about Bryce Harper. He was a catcher in high school. People forget about that. And the Nationals said, no way. We're getting you out from behind that plate.
Yeah, that is straight blood from Fiducia right now after taking that right underneath the chin. Stays in. Rutschman's bat goes flying. Jax saw the ball better than Fiducia did. Strike two. Yeah, the point by Tony Mansolino, right, was Basayo, such a good offensive player. You don't want stuff like that happening to your potential franchise centerpiece.
Yep,
I know some.
I agree with the thinking. I mean, because you believe that he can be an impact bat, not just a good hitter, but a middle of the order hitter you want out there every chance you can.
Counts full. And Rutschman lays off. And he's on base for the first time since he returned from the injured list. With a one-out walk in the seventh.
Griffin Jax has really good stuff. There were a lot of teams interested in him at the deadline. I know the Dodgers had a lot of interest. They wound up getting Brock Stewart, his teammate with the Twins. But it just hasn't clicked with Tampa Bay. I'd like to see him use his fastball more than he does.
He's facing Ryan Mountcastle with two on. Well, part of the wholesale fire sale for the Twins at the deadline. One of 10 guys that got traded. Jax has expressed openly, Tom, that this offseason could be a change for him. Mountcastle out to short. That is one. And whichever way they get it, they've got two. It ends up being 6-4-3. That wasn't caught. It was a short hopper out to Gray. And the inning quickly comes to an end for the O's.
If Jerry knew football the way Tom Brady knows football, he would in no way be able to handle it.
Come on, Ryan. What do you do? You got to look off the safety before you...
When the safety rotates down, just rip the seam.
Nobody knows football.
Come on, we can do better.
Like Tom Brady.
I used to accept that banking came with a lot of fees and high interest credit. Plus, I had to wait for the pay I've already worked for. I needed a better way. That's why I love Chime. I can bank fee-free, get 3.75% APY on savings, and I get paid when I say up to $500. I also use my Chime card every day and get cash back while building credit. I never expected much from where I bank, but Chime has got my back. Start banking fee-free at Chime, the #1 most loved banking app.
At Chomps, we create snacks for people who are hungry to get the most out of life, who only accept the highest quality. Because real life demands real ingredients. We make snacks that don't take shortcuts, with grass-fed and finished beef, 0 sugar, and up to 12 grams of protein. When life challenges you, take bigger bites. Chomps, take bigger bites. Learn more at chomps.com.
The loaded Italian has classic flavors with an Arby's flair. It's more American Italian than Italian, just like the Pope. And people line up to see him. Arby's, we have the meats.
If your grandpa wears one of these, or if your wife wears this, you can count on USAA Membership for the spouses, kids, and then grandkids of those who served. Count on us. Count on USAA.
Well, the Orioles get their first hit in the 7th, but then they hit into some bad luck. 6-4-3 double play ended it. And it's 5-0 Rays as we go to the 8th. And Mangum swinging away on the first pitch and drives it to deep left, and that ball is gone into the bullpen. And Jake Mangum makes it 6-0 Rays, and his surprising season in a positive way carries on with his 3rd home run.
That ball was scalded. First pitch jumped all over it. Middle, ready for it.
Well, he is certainly finished strong. He's a .349 hitter in September. Jake Mangum at the start of tonight. Kind of in that same category as Chandler Simpson, right? Doesn't hit a lot of long fly balls like we just saw. He puts a charge in one. 29-year-old rookie with his 3rd home run, Jake Mangum. The mayor, as he's known in Starkville, Mississippi. Played at Mississippi State. A big chopper for Palacios, and for the first time tonight, he's retired. After a 3-for-3 start, Castillo gets him, and one away in the 8th.
Shortstop number 10, Tristan Gray.
And Connor, our Tom Sawyer game continues. We have another plank in our picket fence. One with the horse gate in the middle of it.
Yeah, I like that creation in the middle. There's a strike to Gray. There's the horse trailer. Nice and symmetrical again, too.
That is beautiful symmetry right there. Either that or it's a computer program, all those ones and zeros. It's a signal to somebody. Binary code.
I like the Adventures of Tom Sawyer call out. Or as Rush calls him, Tom Sawyer. It to second, hit another one right on the nose, but Westberg had it played exactly right. 2 down.
Catcher number 30, Hunter Paduccia.
There's probably a software engineer somewhere, that could be my son in Chicago, who figured out there's a message in that score line.
Oh, we're getting deep cut conspiracy here, aren't we? We'll crack that code when we come back. We'll phone a friend, Tom's son.
Liquid Death soda-flavored sparkling waters have 1/10 the sugar of top sodas, so we hired 1/10 of Tony Hawk to tell you about it.
Hi, I'm 1/10 of Tony Hawk, and I just love these products. 1/10 the sugar is crazy, but you know what else is crazy? Other sodas have 10 times the sugar. Pretty sweet, kid.
At Mother's, we know that some of us like to play harder and get dirtier than most. But when it's time to clean up and face the real world again, Mother's California Gold always leads the way, keeping your ride clean, shiny, and protected. Give it that mother's love.
I love getting delivery, even if I can't move much more than my thumb. And with Pays, the online checkout from banks and credit unions, my thumb is all I have to move.
Meet Pays, a new online checkout.
Carne asada is back at Chipotle. It's our most tender steak, expertly grilled throughout the day, expertly seasoned with garlic, cumin, and coriander, expertly crafted just for you. Nobody does carne asada like Chipotle. Nobody.
People, they're good for squad goals and squad. People are good for these kinds of cheers and these kinds of cheers. Jim Beam, best enjoyed together. Official spirit of U.S. soccer.
The Reds battle for the wild card against the NL Central champion Brewers, or the Guardians fight for a spot in the postseason against the Rangers. Baseball Night in America, Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
USC chases their first Big Ten statement win against Illinois. It's big noon Saturday on Fox.
Yannier Cano out of the bullpen for the O's, and he throws ball one to Hunter Fiducia. Good to see him back up there at the plate after taking the ball up on the under part of his mask. And Cano, one of two proven big league relievers left after the deadline for the Orioles. And it's quick work in the eighth on a tough shorthand pickup for Basayo. O's coming to the plate, chasing 6 in rainy Baltimore.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
When being ignored isn't your idea of friendly service.
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Sir? It matters where you stay. Book now and save up to 20% off. Hampton by Hilton. Hilton, for the stay.
This Sunday, we need to get every tailgater a Pepsi to amp up their food's flavor. Why would you throw that? It was him.
Pepsi does make it taste better.
Try it again with the pork.
Maybe the burger?
With hundreds of sales every week, eat well for less at Whole Foods Market.
Whatever the moment, make it a cocktail. On the Rocks, bartender created cocktails.
It's time for a reset. McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Extra value meals are back, only at McDonald's.
No stage bigger than this one.
Well, former Baltimore Oriole Brian Baker, who was traded by the Orioles back in July, takes the mound for the Rays in the 8th.
I get to say hello to an old friend. Really good stuff. I think his stuff has played up since he joined the Rays. The Rays have a knack of finding the right pitch combinations. I was expecting that with Griffin Jacks. I'm sure that'll eventually happen. But you think he may want to be a starting pitcher, I guess, huh, Connor?
That's what he said. Yeah, Griffin Jacks had expressed that in an interview a couple of weeks ago. I was a little surprised by that because he did that with the Twins for a little while. Griffin Jacks did. They saw the stuff just like you mentioned, and were like, yeah, that's a back end of the bullpen type guy. 1-1 from Baker to Cowser, 2-1. I never forgot this line. I was watching you, Tom, do an interview with Eric Neander, who's in charge of baseball operations with the Rays. And you brought up how they've done such a great job buying low on players, and that if you need stock advice, you're going to Eric Neander, GM. I thought that was brilliant by you.
Thank you. The other analogy I use, it's like Antiques Roadshow. Like the Rays, to me, they're the kind of team or the person who would walk into a garage sale and see this dusty oil painting and say, I'll give you 25 cents for that. And it's a Picasso. They just have an eye for that.
Here's Jeremiah Jackson.
Watch first pitch.
He did take it. So the Rays might go to a garage sale and, you know, they might see this little piece of cardboard and it turns out to be a Honus Wagner baseball card. Same kind of logic there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Although we all know about the Honus Wagner card, right? It'd have to be some more obscure thing, right? Because the Rays, you're not going to be shopping at, top of the market.
When Jackson drives this to deep right, pushes low back. He's at the warning track and has room. Jeremiah Jackson just misses going opposite field for the first runs of the night for the Orioles. But just an F9 for Baker, and there's one down.
How about the hang time on that fly ball? That was up there. Oh, just missed it. You saw on the barrel, but just underneath it a little bit.
That was like a good punt. Dylan Beavers flies one foul. We talked a lot about Sam Basayo tonight for the Orioles, how he's the #1 prospect and where he fits into the Orioles' plans. This has been, Dylan Beavers has been kind of a late climber. He's only 24, so he's still got plenty of years ahead of him in the game, you would think. Yeah, first-round pick, but took off the last year or so and became viewed as an elite prospect. Now the #2 prospect for the Orioles.
Yeah, I think a competitive round pick in that first round 3 years ago.
Yep. How did he not end up at Oregon State, by the way? With his name. He played at Cal. He played on the West Coast in the Pac-12.
I mean, they had to recruit him, right? How are you not?
Right. Your mascot's in the name.
Now, the Orioles do find left-handed hitters, don't they?
Sure do. Or switch hitters. And Beavers.
Or switch
like
hitters, yeah. Kyle Stowers no longer here in that trade with Miami.
Ground ball through the right side for Beavers. Return at second for Cowser, and he's into third. And they put him at the corners in the bottom of the 8th with one out in the home half.
He's a dead fastball hitter. We talked about how he likes to hit off the fastball, struggles on spin. That one came in at 97 and left a lot harder. Look how quick he is to the ball here. Ball inside. That is a quick swing. Came in hitting .315 with a .537 slug on fastballs.
So you go from good fastball hitter down to good breaking ball hitter. Jordan Westberg, the best breaking ball hitter on the team. And it is the heat from Baker. Across for strike one. Westberg, .333 hitter with runners in scoring position this year. Only been 2 chances for the O's tonight, and he expands for strike 2. This is just the second time the O's have had a runner reach third base in this game. We did have a threat going last inning. Oh, that's way out in front. Fiducia can't find it, and the trail runner, Dylan Beavers, is up to second to take a potential double play out of order.
Baker's got a good changeup, but he just threw a lawn dart. Fiducia tried to backhand this ball here. Oh no, yeah, I don't know, a strange bounce there. Tried to pick it. It bounced so far in front. Traditional block was not going to work.
He did save the run, but it didn't keep the double play at play. Now with 2 strikes. The 1-2. Fiducia in harm's way again, man. Spitting blood last inning. Missed the weekend after getting hit by a foul ball. If you're trying to convince somebody not to be a catcher, you probably roll the tape this week of Fiducia. Coming back in the crouch, 1-2. And back up the middle and off the glove of Palacios into shallow left center. This sends 2 to the plate. Shutout is gone. Orioles starting to make some noise in the bottom of the 8th. On a 2-run knock for Jordan Westburg.
I've always thought of Westburg as a really good 2-strike hitter. He does not give in, no panic, and he will fight you to that last strike. Took advantage of a mistake right there. Slider caught too much of the plate, but that was a good at bat.
So it keeps the line moving for Gunnar Henderson. Been all Tampa to this point. The Orioles were being no hit until last inning. This would be another one to add to the wine cellar if they could turn this around like they did against the Dodgers a few weeks ago. Borderline pitch. Henderson saw it in. James Jean, the home plate umpire, did not.
Baker has been fighting the grip on the baseball a little bit. That was a better changeup, but a couple of those you saw him really trying to keep that hand dry.
Fouled away. Well, the rain had picked up the last inning and a half or so. See it on his jersey. That's not sweat. That's the moisture from the drizzle that's been falling. Two straight singles. Count level for Gunnar Henderson at 2-2. If Baker gets in any more trouble, Kevin Kelly, who's also having a good month out of the Tampa Bay bullpen, could be next for the Rays. 2-2 deal. Is swung on and missed. 3/4 cut at it for Henderson. And Baker with a strikeout.
Right fielder number 9, Tyler O'Neill.
Great slider. You see how tight that spin is. I mean, even in slow motion, it was tough to see spin. Imagine if you're a hitter. It looks exactly like a fastball where you don't see spin.
Tyler O'Neill lines one to third, but Caminero smothers it, and the inning comes to an end. Orioles on the board for the first time. Jordan Westburg drives in 2.
When you realize that you've chosen too many Italian ingredients to put on a sandwich, name it something like loaded. So people think you did it on purpose. Arby's, we have the meats.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
Babe, box team came again. We gotta use it up.
What's step 23?
For steps 23 through 50, please upgrade your subscription.
With the new Assemble and Bake by Blue Apron, you can whip up a crowd pleaser in no time. Pre-chopped ingredients, minimal cleanup. Just assemble, bake, and enjoy. No subscription needed. Dinner is about to get a whole lot easier. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code NEWBLUE20.
Precise designs, subtle curves, curated upgrades, elevated design for thoughtful living. Thuma.
Could you please submit your expenses today?
You could keep reminding your coworkers to submit their expenses. Or you could let Ramp do it. Never chase a receipt again. Ramp. Love finance.
If you keep making that face, it's gonna stay like that.
I'm trying to get my own car insurance.
USAA. Grandpa was in the military. He shared membership with your mom so she could share with you. Easy.
USAA. Check if you're eligible today.
Don't go in there. Don't go in there.
Is it over?
Then pour the M&Ms into the bowl.
I can't believe they're allowed to show this on TV.
Shh, this is my favorite part.
M&M's, it's more fun together.
We go to the 9th with Tom Verducci, Connor Onion. It's the 5th to last day of the regular season. A lot to figure out this weekend, including the 2 series that the Rays and the Orioles will play. The Orioles against Yankees, Rays against Jays, with one game separating the Jays and the Yankees at the start of the night. So the Rays and O's will both try to play spoiler this weekend. In this series, you mentioned it to both managers, Tom. There's some pride available in this series as far as the stakes. 2 games in the standings between the Rays and the Orioles, trying to stay out of last place at the end of the year.
Yeah, I love what Yandy Diaz said. He's not in the lineup tonight, but he's an old baseball soul, the kind of guy whose goal is to hit 300. I mean, who talks about batting average these days? Well, Yandy Diaz does. But he also said coming into this series, he said, we need to play this series. See the swing and the miss for the strikeout. Like we're going to the playoffs. We don't want to finish in last place. And I'd love to hear that kind of talk. Playing for something, even if it's pride. And if Tampa Bay wins this game, they will have a 3-game lead before to play on Baltimore. Baltimore's been in last place since April the 23rd.
A big bouncer, start that internal clock. Wow. Striding it out, Cano. Beat Simpson over there. You should smile if you meet that man to the bag.
Well, pitchers don't run anymore like they used to, but Cano gets his running in right here at full tilt.
Everybody's fighting for jobs in 2026, not going to the playoffs. Maybe Cano just earned himself a pinch running opportunity.
That used to be a thing. The young fans will probably be shocked by this, but back in the day, starting pitchers on their off days were available to pinch run. Davey Johnson, the late Mets manager, used to use Ron Darling a lot as a pinch runner. Really good athlete.
How about Joe Madden and Travis Wood?
Play him left field.
Play left field,
as
run
a pinch
into the
hitter.
ivy. Oh, Rutschman with one of those plays that we were just talking about before the game with Tony Mansolino about his young first baseman who also catches, Masayo. Took a big chunk out of Rutschman.
Yeah, you can add that to the reel. Mama, don't let your boys grow up to be catchers.
So we're going to go to robo catchers too?
It's just amazing. They have all that gear and protective equipment, and it's gotten better over the years. But the ball finds places where you don't have gear.
Brandon Lau went fishing. Cano's gone 3 up, 3 down since he came into the game at the end of last inning. Rutschman breathing a little bit heavier after taking one off the unprotected spot. 1-2.
Our picket fence is in jeopardy.
Now they're building another trailer. Little single car space. 2-2. That's outside. 3-2. Well,
Tom Sawyer said my work is done.
Thanks for being with us for 8 innings. Tom Sawyer. Base is clear and 2 outs. Brandon Lau with a home run in this game. And another one right back at Rutschman. That was more protected. Thank goodness. Well, Pete Fairbanks, the closer for Tampa Bay. Not a safe situation, but he is ready to go for the 9th. And Lau gets jammed. A backpedaling Henderson sets the feet. Throw a little bit off target, but Masayo sticks the bag. Inning over. Last chance for the O's in the 9th coming up.
Known for sharing what you love. No one wants to be known for cancer, but a treatment can be. Keytruda is known to treat cancer. FDA approved for 18 types of cancer, including certain early-stage cancers. One of those cancers is triple-negative breast cancer. Keytruda may be used with chemotherapy medicines as treatment before surgery and then continued alone after surgery when you have early-stage breast cancer and are at high risk of it coming back.
Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body during or after treatment. This may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion, memory problems, persistent or severe muscle pain or weakness, muscle cramps, fever, rash, itching or flushing. There may be other side effects. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune or nervous system problems, such as Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, lupus, or myasthenia gravis, or Guillain-Barré syndrome, an organ, tissue, or stem cell transplant, or receive chest radiation. Keytruda can harm your unborn baby.
Keytruda is an immunotherapy and is also being studied in hundreds of clinical trials exploring ways to treat even more types of cancer. It's true, Keytruda. See all the types of cancer Keytruda is known for at Keytruda.com and ask your doctor if Keytruda could be right for you.
At Mother's, we're driven by the details, the finish, the shine, the personal style. Because no matter what we drive or what drives us, we're driven to take care of it. Give it that mother's love.
This is the new Dell AI PC with Intel inside. It helps save you time because it does all your busy work for you, so you can get busy doing what you want to do.
Well, the Poncho Cowboy has stuck it out as we head to the bottom of the ninth. And what's been a misty series so far. Delay last night before a 6-0 Orioles win. And in game 2, through the mist, closer Pete Fairbanks will try to nail down a 6-2 Rays win.
A high velocity fastball, and he tunnels that big breaking ball off. It gets a lot of check swings, chase swings on the breaking pitch.
So he's 3 outs away from giving the Rays an even series. And Basayo cuts over the top of it for strike 1. And Basayo, Rutschman, and Mountcastle hoping to put together another September 9th inning rally for Baltimore. And 0-2. With the final and only team to not have a walk-off through mid-August was the Baltimore Orioles. They went 119 games without a walk-off win. And then the floodgates opened, and they've had 5 in the past month. A lot of work to do to get there tonight. 0-2. Oh, up and in. Basayo writhing in pain after getting hit in the hand. Oh boy.
Four-seam fastball, don't really see it too often, where he just yanked that clear across the plate. Nothing Basayo could do. Let's see, did it catch him on the wrist? Yeah. Oh.
And a season of terrible, terrible injury luck. Another heart in your throat moment for Orioles fans and for Basayo. Oh, goodness.
Catcher number 35, Adley Rutschman.
One of the few players that goes up to the plate with no protection whatsoever. Shin guards, wrist guards, hand guards.
Well, they
have been rare. It's rare, Connor, to see a hitter. You know, look at Rutschman here. He's got the elbow guard, he's got the shin guard. I mean, it's a dangerous game because the stuff pitchers bring night in, night out.
So Kobe Mayo had the night off, pinch running. He's become their everyday first baseman and called in unexpectedly after Basayo has to leave, getting hit in the wrist. 0-1. Swinging a foul off. Well, the Orioles had just got this guy back. Adley Rutschman had been out for a month with an oblique injury, giving Basayo, who just got hit, a chance to catch every day.
And think about that irony, right? We've talked a lot about Tony Manzolino talking about Basayo getting him out from home plate, reducing the risk by playing first base. Gets hit in the batter's box with a four-seam fastball.
And chopper to first. Seymour, there's one. Mayo hung up in a rundown. Gray runs him back. Seymour slaps the tag on. And it turns into a 3-6-3 double play. And it's last call time for the Orioles, down to their final out of the night. A no hit through 6 innings tonight. This Orioles offense. Saying 6 different pitchers. Fairbanks the latest, and he gets a visit from Paduchin.
I remember talking to Peter years ago about his arm stroke because he went to this short arm motion out of necessity to stay healthy. He had a whole series of elbow and shoulder injuries pitching conventionally. He actually had a really long arm stroke. Tall guy, obviously, long levers. And he saw Joe Kelly, one of the first pitchers I can remember who went to this short arm swing where the ball does not drop below their waist. And he has stayed healthy for the most part since.
Mountcastle after the first pitch. This could do it. Low is there, and this game is over. Pete Fairbanks with a little something extra, blowing kisses to the Orioles dugout as he closes out a 6-2 win to even up the series at 1 game apiece.
Well, they're not happy because they saw their star young hitter Basayo get hit by the pitch. Obviously not intentional, but emotions raw when you see an injury happen like that. Hopefully he's okay.
Well, the Orioles.
Otherwise, a really good night for the Rays, Connor, especially Shane Baz continuing to finish out the season really strong.
Well, the Orioles were lingering around that top step. They've retreated back toward the clubhouse after a tense moment at the end, but good night for Baz and Tampa Bay pitching. They win it 6-2 to level the series with 4 games to go in the regular season. For Tom Verducci and our entire Fox Sports crew, I'm Connor Onion saying good night from Baltimore and good night after a 6-2 win for the Rays.